Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of InternMakers. My name is Mariana Briones.
And I'm Alejandro Davila.
And today we're going to have another episode of How to Get an Internship series. Today we're going to be talking to you about career fairs and conferences. The reason is because recruiting season officially started already. We're already on September. A lot of conferences are going to be happening in the next month or two. And you have to be ready for this and you have to know why you should go to them. So let's start it off.
All right, so a career fair is basically an event where employers and recruiters can meet with potential candidates or employees. This is usually for internships or full-time positions. So most universities, probably your university, has some sort of career fair, and they usually happen like once a year or like once a semester. Sometimes it can happen like even more than once. So definitely try to go to your university's career fair like at least once a semester or something. If you can go to more, that's even better. If you have never been to a career fair, like please, like at least try to go to one.
We try to go to as many career fairs as we can.
Yeah, because career fairs are like so important.
So you may be asking yourself, well, how many career fairs do they go to? And reality is that we go to a lot, and not all of them are in our university. So what we do is we go to conferences. And a conference is a big event hosted by an association or an organization, and they have several workshops for technical and non-technical skills that are hosted normally by companies. So they also have a lot of competitions, and it's a great way to have visibility, so to showcase what you already know.
Also get some prizes.
And get some prizes, and there's some people that have actually gotten internships out of these competitions. They also sometimes give presentations and panels, and lastly, they have a lot of networking events that help you actually meet recruiters from different companies. This is so important because face-to-face interaction is everything, right? All of us always are like applying online and are like, what else can we do? Well, this is what you can do. Go to conferences, meet these people, because if you don't go to university, the reality is you might never get to meet them. And that is one of the easiest ways to get interviews. We want to give you 5 amazing tips in how you can conquer a career fair and a conference.
Tip number 1, for both career fairs in your university and in conferences, there are so many companies attending and so many events hosted by these companies. So let's say, for example, in your university, they're going to have, info sessions or just like different workshops or presentations. So they will definitely see you and like recognize you if you have been to like all these events. So one good tip is just to like go to all the events, like every single thing that the company that you're interested in is hosting. That way,
if you can.
Yeah, if you can. That way, like whenever they interview you or whenever they see your resume or whenever like they talk to you, they will think this person is very interested in working with us.
The second tip would be to make sure to always have resumes with you. You never know you never know if you're walking like to the career fair and you might like bump into someone and that person to be a recruiter. You never know if you're like in the elevator and find this person. Like always carry your resume with you.
A good rule of thumb is to bring like a minimum of 15 copies of your resume.
And another great thing about resumes is that you can all modify them and kind of like personalize them to the company. So with that said, we always recommend you to go to all the resume reviews that you see from the companies that you're interested in, because every company has a different format they're looking for, and you might bring your resume to them and I don't know, they're going to give you some feedback, and then you might go to another company and give you a different feedback. Yeah. Doesn't mean that any of these are wrong. It just means that they have different preferences. And by that, I also, like, whenever you go to these resume reviews, make sure to bring your resume the best polished way possible. Even if you don't think about it, there are people who are checking your resume who are already saying, oh, this candidate should get an interview or should be invited to this event. Yeah,
even if it's just a resume review workshop, they will, like, recruiters are always
recruiting.
Yeah, they're always like unofficially recruiting, even though if it's like it's not like an interview workshop or whatever.
So, rule of thumb: also always take your resume already ready to go by the time that you're in the conference. It doesn't matter if you're going to the resume review; it should already be checked by yourself.
Tip number 3: you should research the company that you are interested in, so that whenever you talk to a recruiter or someone from this company, you can ask more like targeted questions. You are interested in the company, right? So just do a lot of research.
And it gives you a lot of topics to talk about. For example, like you can come up to a recruiter and say, hey, like I heard that you have this really awesome product coming up, and let me tell you that I'm all about it, or something like that, you know. It just opens up the conversation so much.
Tip number 4.
Tip number 4. Learn your elevator pitch. So what is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch is like a 30-second intro summary of yourself. And this is basically kind of like how you would start a tell me about yourself question in an interview, but not necessarily. It's more casual. And you tell them like who you are, where you're from, what classification you are, what you're studying, many things like this. Like, are you a president in an organization, and are you working on a project, are you doing this? Like, you say kind of like what you're passionate about, or what you like, and who you are just in general in 30 seconds. How they normally try to like sell it to you is that if you were to be in an elevator with the person you admire the most in the world, like what would you say to them? And that's kind of like how they say it, because these are like the first impressions. First impressions do matter. And memorize them, just because the moment you know these, like it can make the conversation with the recruiter so much easier. Like you can feel more secure about who you are, like what you want to say. Because I've been in a situation where like I've said hi to a recruiter and it's like I freeze. And it's okay. It does happen. It happens to everyone. So by knowing your elevator pitch, you just you set up yourself for more success, I guess.
Tip number 5. Make a plan. So it's very important to make a plan before you go to a conference or career fair, because there are so many things going on. Most conferences have like their own app or like website where you can see the agenda, look at the agenda, see what workshops, what presentations there are, see what companies are going. You just use your time wisely. You can go to many places and you talk to many people.
Yeah. I guess it just helps you not to like lose track of what is going on, because sometimes you might get there one day and say, oh, I want to go to an event for X company, and you realize that this company, like X company, already hosted that event. So it's just better. So as you see, we're talking a lot about preparation. So next week we will be uploading a video in how to prepare for these career fairs and conferences. Today we just gave you some tips, but we really want to go into a full depth in how we prepare.
Yeah, there's a lot of preparation to go through to like do really well in these conferences.
And not that much, but yeah, it's good to prepare. Anyways, we will be linking down below some of the conferences that are really awesome to go to. I do want to say, however, that if you see a conference of an organization you don't belong to, doesn't matter, just go. Even if it's not like for your minority group or something, or just like your ethnicity, go, right? Like they're just looking for the best talent, and they're not going to say no to you just because you're not a certain race or ethnicity.
I mean, that's a great point. You can go to all of them. So don't feel that because they're tailored for women you cannot go if you're not a woman. So don't worry about it. Like they're open for everyone because they want to find the best talent.
Also, Alex will be giving a talk at Grace Hopper, so you should definitely go. He will be talking about what?
I will be talking about how to get an internship. So if you will be at Grace Hopper and you see me around, say hi.
And I will be going to SHPE, so if you're there, say hi. And thank you all. This is it for this video. We hope you have a great week, and we will see you very soon in the next episode.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. If you know of a conference that is not listed here, please comment it out below. Please, we would love to know about like more and more conferences out there and career fairs.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.